Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Algorand. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that. Before watching this one, it's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now, let's jump straight into the TA. Now, first and foremost, just let me know if the webcam is going to be too distracting while I'm doing the TA, because that's the reason why I didn't want to add it in all the previous videos, because I think the webcam would be just a bit too distracting for you while you have to be focusing on the charts. So if that is the case, just let me know down below in the comments. Let me know what you think of the webcam in general. And taking a look at the daily chart here, we still have our Fibonacci retracement with the swing high set up all the way back in December 2021 and the swing low set up in June 2021. So taking a look at the 1.618 target here, that was met and then some. We saw a pullback all the way down almost to the second fib level here. So that is something that I'm expecting to be retested before we continue moving to the upside, because if you take a look at this support level right now, we're barely holding the support. It looks like we might see a nice bounce, because the last time we were sitting here, that was back in December last year, so 4 months ago or 5 months ago, and we had a nice bounce from there and we saw an 80% move to the upside. If we manage to lose this right now, I would be targeting the second fib level, and that would be at around about 15 cents. So obviously never have round numbers in your buy alerts or even in your sell alerts. You want to have, for example, if the support level is at 15 cents roughly, you want to have the support at 0.151 or 156, just so you don't have that zero in there, because that's where the majority of people will set their buy limit orders, just because they like round numbers, and that decreases your chances of getting filled. So you definitely want to set up the buy limit order slightly above that, just so you can get filled early on. And if the price doesn't reach the exact support, the price reverses with you, and the people that were sitting at the 15 cent buy limit orders are forced to buy higher, thus pushing the price even higher. So that is just a little pro tip for you, so to speak. But regarding that support, yeah, 15 cents is where I'd be looking to pick up some more of my Algorand. I do have quite a good position. One of my top picks for the next bull market, definitely Algorand, is going to be a powerful project. A lot of FUD surrounding it for some reason. So just because Gary Gensler now thinks it's a security, it's supposed to mean that the project is not going to succeed. Gary Gensler doesn't matter. His opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the markets whatsoever. It could affect short term, just because the people who really respect his opinion for some reason tend to sell whatever he disses. So I would say just ignore whatever he says. The only reason we should be listening to people like that is in case they say something too bullish or too bearish, we can take advantage of that with trading, with swing trading, with buying into the dip. So right now, I want to thank Gary Gensler for providing us with a nice buying opportunity, because Algorand is down at its December low. So this is where you want to be dollar cost averaging, guys. That's your that's a gift from Gary Gensler to all of us. And as you can see, we are in this channel down pattern, and while we are in this pattern, we have to expect to adhere to the pattern's support and resistance, which means that once we see a bounce off the resistance, we come back down to the support. Once we come back down to the support, the next move is going to be towards the resistance, and so on and so forth. So right now we saw a second move towards the resistance without retracing back to the support, and right now we're coming back down to a major support level once again. So there is a chance that we're not actually going to be coming back down that low. So for us to get down to the support of the channel down pattern, that would put us below 10 cents. Now, honestly, I don't know what has to happen in the markets for us to go below 10 cents on Algorand. That's a 41% pullback. That would definitely have to be some sort of a black swan event, some sort of a flash crash that does that. And of course, Bitcoin will probably drop back to 20,000, if not lower, in that scenario. But if that happens, I would be even more bullish, because I'd just buy more tokens. Why wouldn't I, right? Why wouldn't I buy? It's like saying that you're not going to buy back in 2020. Imagine going back to 2020 during the COVID crash and not buying Like, why would you ever not buy? So we definitely saw a nice pullback here from this ascending triangle. We were targeting a break to the upside. We barely got that. We had a little fake out and then we dropped down. So that was a nice opportunity to take some profits because we were sitting at a resistance level. If I bring out the daily resistance, or the daily RSI, I should say, you can see that we were sitting in the oversold here below the index of 30, and we're in the purple support block here, which is a major support block between the RSI of 34.5 down to 31.5. So that is a major block that always tells you that, hey, you know, start looking at some buys maybe, because this is an area where we typically see a reversal and we see a short-term move to the upside. So if you're looking to make some money in the short term or in the midterm, this is definitely where you want to be looking at as well. And I do want to switch over to the weekly chart just for a second. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, as you can see, we are testing this support block from 16 cents 84 or 16.84 down to 14.12. This is a major support block that we retested all the way back here in March 2020, ironically. So as you can see, we had that massive capitulation. Look at this pullback from 39 cents. We dropped 70% or 65% in just 2 weeks. Or I would say it would be less than a week or less than 2 weeks, but that was a massive drop, and that is definitely where you should have been buying. So if you manage to get into Algorand at this support block, I'm not even talking about that wick to the downside. If you manage to get in on that support block, you could have been doing a 2,000% move to the upside. From the wick there, you could have been doing 3,000% to the upside. So I definitely think the project is going to be getting better with the next few years as the ecosystem is going to be growing, hopefully, because that's one of the things that some people don't like about Algorand. So let's hope their ecosystem gets a very nice expansion in the next few years. And with that happening, I think we could definitely see some nice upside for this project, because it ticks a lot of the boxes that a lot of big companies or corporations would be looking for. So the only thing that we need right now is Bitcoin to start rallying. We need the Bitcoin halving to go through, and altcoins will start pumping. Just give it some time, give them some time, have some patience, and average in while you have the opportunity. Because at the end of the year, when we're going to be sitting, let's say, at around about $1, you're going to be sorry that you didn't buy more at these low prices. So definitely, I would say, don't buy a cup of coffee, buy some Algorand while you can, because, you know, you see the balance there. At some point, you're going to be able to buy that coffee, right? When you won't be buying Algorand, because you don't want to buy Algorand at $2. But right now, I would focus more on the crypto side. If you're really serious about investing and you're really serious about making life-changing money in the next 2 years, you definitely have to take a look at what you're spending your money on and see if it's really worth it, especially at this time and point in the crypto markets. And taking a look at the weekly RSI, we have a descending support trend line I want you to take a look at. If we were to see a capitulation, this is definitely where I would be looking to grab more tokens, because the last 2 times we bounced off of that area, we had a move to the upside. So that is definitely something to keep an eye on. Also, the descending resistance trend line here is very important for us to break above, so definitely keep an eye on that as well. Once we see a break above or a breakout with the volume indicator confirming that by showing us a bunch of volume candles and a lot of good volume coming in with the volume indicator, then we can actually say that yes, this is a this is a breakthrough. It has been confirmed, and we're going to be moving to the upside from here. Until that happens, you know, we can obviously go below this December low and go below even the March low if we, you know, see a capitulation. So that is what I have for Algorand for this week. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important on the charts, let me know down below in the comment section, and I'm going to see you in the next update. Goodbye.